In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys an honest review about Crypto.com from my personal experience, give you guys 3 pros and 3 cons. So if that sounds interesting, definitely stick around. If you guys are interested in signing up with Crypto.com, I do have a referral link down below where you can get a $25 sign up bonus. And if you want to learn more about Crypto.com in general, I do have a dedicated Crypto.com playlist. I'll leave that link down below as well, where I go over more of a step-by-step tutorial process on how to use their platform. Pro number 1 about Crypto.com is that it's an all-in-one ecosystem. Now, it's pretty amazing how much Crypto.com has accomplished within the past 5 years and the ecosystem that they've built out. You can buy, sell, transfer. You can also spend your crypto if you have their Metal Visa card. You can purchase gift cards and get up to a 10% cash back and earn interest up to 14%, depending on how many CRO tokens you have staked. They do have their own DeFi wallet, which is still kind of on their newer side, along with their Crypto.org chain, which is an open source and permissionless blockchain. If you have your own business, you can also create a business profile and start accepting crypto as a form of payment through the Crypto.com app. It would be too much to cover everything in this video, but the general idea is that they are trying to accelerate the world's transition into cryptocurrency by making the platform easy to use and understand, while providing value and security to all users. They are one of the fastest growing crypto platforms, over 10 million users worldwide. And on top of that, they're really pushing adoption and recognition through their partners like UFC, Formula One, Visa, Time Magazine, International Ice Hockey Federation, and more. So not only is their platform easy to use and understand, but they have very strong branding and marketing that brings in a lot of new users, building up their ecosystem and community. The second pro is that there is a $0 transaction fee. Now, if you've ever used other exchanges, you'll always encounter fees, whether it's a 1 to 3% fee, and that is very normal industry standard when it comes to cryptocurrency because these companies have to make money somehow. But if you are in no rush in buying cryptocurrency and you normally just dollar cost average in, you can transfer money from your bank account into your Crypto.com app ahead of time and purchase cryptocurrency without any fees. For example, on Crypto.com, if I try to buy 0.0008 Bitcoin, which is around $25, there will be a 2.99 or a 3% fee, which is equivalent to around 77 cents. If I try to buy around $25 worth of Bitcoin on Gemini, there is a $1.50 transaction fee. It's very similar with Coinbase as well. But let's say you're trying to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, that is a $30 fee, which you don't really have to pay if you transfer money ahead of time. Once you transfer money from your bank account to your Crypto.com app, it's going to arrive in your fiat wallet. And from my fiat wallet, I can buy Bitcoin directly. And if I choose to buy 0.007 Bitcoin, which is around $25, you can see that I can buy the full $25 worth of Bitcoin with a $0 fee. I'm going to click on confirm. And now I have purchased Bitcoin with a $0 fee. So usually when I want to buy a couple $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, I will send that ahead of time so that I can buy Bitcoin without any particular fees. Pro number 3 is security. Now, when you buy cryptocurrency, you want to make sure that your assets are secure and they are safe, right? And so Chris Marsalak, CEO of Crypto.com, really cares for security, and Crypto.com as a whole company really prides himself in security. Now, personally for myself, from my personal research, I don't know any other companies that have this many security certificates, and they have been rated adaptive tier 4, which is their highest level possible cybersecurity risk management, which you can read more about in their white paper, and I'll leave that link down below. But in the grand scheme of things, all exchanges, all apps have their own risk, and no exchange is fully, truly safe. But there are a few exchanges that are a little bit more secure than others, and personally for myself, I feel safe keeping a portion of my cryptocurrency on Crypto.com. Now, I know people like to say, not your key, not your crypto, and I completely understand. If you are wondering, I do have a hardware wallet. I do own a Ledger, and although it's great to own it, there is a learning curve when it comes to using a hardware wallet. And some people might be better off not owning a hardware wallet versus owning one. Because if anyone ever steals your seed phrases or your private keys, then they will have access to your cryptocurrency. Or if you lose it, you will lose your crypto forever. There are so many lost Bitcoins out there because people have lost their keys. And so if you're ever going to use your own hardware wallet, I do highly recommend making sure that you buy from reliable sources and you do learn and understand how to use the wallet before you actually use it. Versus if Crypto.com were to lose your funds because they made some sort of mistake, at least they are FDIC insured up to $250,000 if you live in the US. Those were the 3 pros of Crypto.com. Now let's go over the 3 cons. Con number 1 is the 3-month lockup period. For Crypto.com's earning interest program, they have 3 tiers. They have the flexible, the 1-month, and the 3-month. And in order to receive the highest interest rate possible, you do have to lock up your crypto for 3 months. Now, if you are a long-term holder, this shouldn't really matter and it doesn't really bother me and I don't mind it, but it makes it very, very unattractive for a lot of people, both old and new. If there was no lockup period at all for Crypto.com and it was only flexible, there will be so much more people flooding into Crypto.com using their Earn program with no lockup. Plus, a lot of people will be buying up their CRO token because the more you own their CRO token, the more you earn. Investors would be happy, Crypto.com would be happy, everybody would be happy. But many people don't like the idea of having their crypto locked up for 3 months. But man, if this was gone, Crypto.com would truly be a leader when it comes to interest-bearing accounts compared to all the other ones out there. But we understand why they have to do those 3 months lockup because it gives them a 3-month plan of how to allocate those funds versus, everyone putting their funds in one pool and then immediately pulling it out the next day. That would be very dangerous. So the 3-month lockup, I completely understand. But man, if they remove that, there will be so many more people flooding in to Crypto.com. The second con with Crypto.com is that there is no exchange available in the US. Now, I live in the US, so I don't have access to the exchange. Therefore, I'm not able to participate in the supercharger events. And I've always wanted to participate in those, but I can't, right? And so if you live in a different country and you have access to the exchange and you have been a part of the supercharger, I'm envious of you, but I can't wait for Crypto.com to make that available in the US because I know they are working towards that. Now, because there is no exchange in the US, we are not able to make limit orders, right? I think that is one of the most unfortunate things. At least I wish in the app we were able to make limit orders. But when we look at the 3 beginner crypto apps, when it comes to cryptocurrency, I would choose Coinbase, Gemini, and Crypto.com. On all 3 apps, you are not able to make any sort of limit orders. Every time you buy cryptocurrency, it is market price. But Coinbase has their second app, Coinbase Pro, where you can make limit orders. Gemini, outside of their app, has an exchange where you can set limit orders. Crypto.com has an exchange, but it's just not available in the US. But if Crypto.com's exchange was available in the US, that would be a complete game changer just because a lot of people will be flooding in. They do have a utility use case for the CRO token where you can get discount on trading fees. And so people would buy up the CRO token as well. And overall, it would just bring a ton more volume into Crypto.com. I know it's not available now, but I know they are working on it. And I know these things do take time, but I hope it's soon. Now, the third con is just from my personal observation, but I feel like they are spread too thin. The first pro that I shared about Crypto.com is that they are an all-in-one ecosystem, but I feel like that can also be a double-edged sword where it could also be their weakness. If I had to choose what they are really, really good at, it would be their Visa card program and their Earn program. But in my personal opinion, I just feel like they have a lot of other things that are going on. When it comes to short term, it's not really a good thing, but long term, it could be a good thing because in the end, they are playing a long game. For example, you can build one company and specialize in one area, improving and growing and scaling that one thing you are really, really good at. Or you can be someone who builds 10 different companies and you could be spread extremely thin. And although they can improve over time, it's just going to take much, much longer. There is a saying where you can be good at a lot of things, but great at nothing. And I feel like Crypto.com kind of is there, but I hope that eventually they will get out of there. Because of this reason, for investors, we may not see the increase in price that we are hoping for. But again, it might not be too great for short term, but for long term, I know that they're going to do a wonderful job. But the main thing that I want for Crypto.com is for the exchange to be available in the US and to remove that 3-month lockup. If that can happen, that would be amazing for the company as a whole, and it would bring a ton of people into the space. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comment section down below. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you guys have any personal pros or cons about crypto.com, let me know in the comment section down below as well. If you are new, consider subscribing, hit that bell notification for future uploads, and make sure you guys check out the crypto.com playlist link down below to learn more. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Over. Good night, good morning, adios.